I have been a lifelong fan of Dynasty Warriors, having played every game in the series since Dynasty Warriors 3. I was beyond excited to see a new entry in the series. I remember getting excited for new entries because they allowed you to climb up a ladder, or hey, now you're able to swim. Origins had me excited because it looked like a brand new, refreshing take on a game that I've grown to love over the years. Before we begin, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Koei Tecmo for the review code. Being able to play a game like this early and make a review for it, it means the world. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the review. When asked what Dynasty Warriors is, I would often explain it's like Risk. You have a map and you are trying to take control of the territories to further your kingdom, completing battles along the way. As your kingdom grows, so do your allies and your overall power. Origin takes this completely away, and now instead of a conquest type mode, you just have a story mode. The story of Dynasty Warriors Origins is a beautiful journey through the trials of the Wanderer, a new character that you play as. You complete fights, aligning with different dynasties to fulfill their goals. Throughout the years, I always played with Cao Cao, but this time around, I saw myself leaning towards Lu Wei and Guan Yao's group. The reason is because the story takes these characters that I've either fought with or against for countless hours over the years and gives them actual life. These characters have motives and feelings that you actually can feel. As you play through the 20 to 30 hour story, at a point you can choose which group to align with and who you will swear your allegiance to. This marks a point of branching storylines that make you want to play more and more to find out what other outcomes there can be. Upon beating the game, you can either go back and replay these moments and collect these missing conversation or fights that you might have missed on previous paths. The story mode being the only component of the game led me from disappointment to pure bliss. Dynasty Warriors Origins has a truly amazing story that should be a welcomed experience for longtime fans and newcomers of the series. Dynasty Warriors is a Musou style game. For newcomers, that genre has made its appearance in franchises like One Piece, Gundam, Fire Emblem, and even Persona. It's the idea of 1 versus 1,000, taking on countless enemies as you take control of the battlefield, capturing bases and killing officers of the opposing armies, all while killing thousands and thousands of enemies. There is something that has always felt exhilarating, no matter how many times I play a game like this. While it may seem similar to the others in the genre, they are always extremely fun to play. Origins feels like a reboot of the series. It's a reboot that feels not only welcoming, but refreshing to the long-running franchise. Not only do you have the decisive battles to partake in, but you are also running around the world map, exploring and building relationships with fellow officers. I do wish there was a little bit more to do in the world map, but that's just me nitpicking because honestly, I want more of the game. As you progress, new areas unlock, which means new battles to fight in and new people to meet. There are multiple weapons to choose from, with new ones unlocking as you progress. The more you play with the weapon, the higher the proficiency goes, thus unlocking new ranks, which not only gives you stat boost, but also unlocks new regions of the skill tree. I never enjoyed playing with the wheels for my main weapon until Origins. Now I find myself only wanting to play with the wheels. It's that ability to try out a slew of new weapons that otherwise you might not have that I found to be a nice little addition. The game looks absolutely stunning on the PS5 Pro, and with a 4K 120 frames per second option, the game is insanely crisp with little to no issues. I did run into a handful of times when I noticed the frame rate dropping, but it was never in a massive fight like I thought it would have been. It was when rocks were falling or when I was dueling one character. The dips in frames never once hindered the gameplay, and with it only happening a couple of times, it was nothing more than a minor annoyance. I think my two biggest issues with the game were the subtitles. They would often appear on a white background. Trying to read subtitles with Japanese voices can be a little difficult when you can't make out the words that are on the screen. My biggest issue was the horse. L3 brings out your horse, and when in battle, countless times, did I see myself attacking just to jump on my horse and completely mess up the flow of the fight. I ended up changing the calling out the horse button to down on the D-pad, which swapped zooming in on the minimap. However, this also changed the rage mode layout to down on the D-pad and R3. It was a remedy to a pretty big annoyance, but it did create a different issue with an awkward layout for rage mode. Overall, Dynasty Warriors Origins is a refreshing entry in the series, one that I hope will see many newcomers find the light and see why this game has not only been around for many years, but also why this is one of my favorite series. From killing enemies with ultimate Musou attacks and completely leveling the battlefield, to the insane amount of maps that all feel unique and different from the last, Origins is the best Dynasty Warriors game to date, and it leaves me with high hopes for the future of the series. I would give Dynasty Warriors Origins a 9.5 out of 10. As far as trophies go, I'm unable to see the trophy list, being that the game is not out yet. So best suggestion is to just make sure you do everything as you play. You will have to go back and complete the game on the 3 different story paths, but you can do the replay story feature and not have to replay the whole game altogether. Other than that, I'm unsure of all the other trophies. Like I said, just try and complete everything and hopefully you should be good. We'll find out when the trophy list does get released. If you have any questions about Dynasty Warriors Origins, let me know in the comments down below. Also, go ahead and post who your favorite Dynasty Warriors character is. Everybody knows it's Chow Chow, but let's hear what you have to say. Again, thank you for Koei Tecmo for providing me a code for the game. It's been such an influential game over the years. I've been a lifelong fan of the series, and I'll probably continue to be, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Platinum Review goodness. This has been Chris with Platinum Reviews. Keep getting those trophies, and I'll catch you on the next video.